That's it.
Hi, my name is Swasti Pangal. I work with eBay Inc. In their Bangalore office, I take care of the employee engagement company. And I'm here to talk about my business plan to get women to work. Before I start, I would really like to thank Shiroz for giving me this opportunity, because so far I've been only talking to my friends and family about this, and everybody, the only feedback I get is like, oh, that's a good idea, you should go for it. So I'm really looking forward to the feedback here. So, okay. How does this work?
Right button.
Okay. So as a woman living in India, I've been keenly aware of the status of women in the society, with issue ranging from female infanticide, physical abuse, financial dependency, exploitation, and discrimination at work, place, and home. This situation is, as we go down the income ladder, is worse. The most vulnerable of us are the poor women with no education, income, or social standing. In addition, well-off women leave the workforce for children rearing and lose their career, hence financial independence. I myself, being a mom of 9-month-old baby, feel that financial independence is the cornerstone for women empowerment. So our idea is to support women by providing a professional service which allow them to return to the workforce and maintain their financial independence while giving employment and fair wage to the poor women. So our plan is, so the target audience are domestic helps, maids, by whatever you call it. Idea is the organization. We want to set up an organization where you don't have to deal with individual maid, but you have to deal with a company directly. And beneficiaries are, of course, the maid and you as the consumer. I don't think it's working. Anyways, I'll do it without the presentation. So our goal is to transform informal sector working women to a formalized workforce, and we understand the responsibility of family, children, household chores lies with a woman, and that, coupled with no infrastructure support, makes it difficult for low-income women to work a full year. We intend to provide women with a crèche facility to allow them to work longer hours, a shuttle service to reduce their travel time, health insurance to counter the financial shock during sickness, and flexible working hours so that they can manage work and their personal lives. So this is my idea, and I do. No, there was more, but then this is my idea. I want to work for the, I want to make a maid service of structured formal organization to a labor force, rather than, just...
Can you summarize how you are going to execute it, and then we'll give you feedback?
Yes. So I plan to run my pilot batch of 10 maids, which I, rope in through my own maid and my family, friends, etc. So I plan to, train them how to, like cooking and all those basic stuff. I plan to train them, and then there are market is huge. I know a lot of women who need maid and who are willing to pay, even 30,000-40,000, because it's at the end of the day, even at the end of the day, what matters is, your presentation at the offices doesn't matter. What matters is the quality of your maid. So I know there's a lot of, no, I'm really serious. There is a huge market here.
It's partly true.
Yeah.
So, I think we get the value proposition. In fact, if you know Baba Job, which the founders of who I know, they started 5-6 years ago hoping to crack this market.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy to reach these folks and to standardize a lot of things around how to assess quality around them.
Right.
One is to just advertise jobs and say the jobs are available. And all of us require some form of domestic help on a rotating basis. But the standardization was the challenge. Recently, someone else commented that if you could do a very good job of training cooks, again, people will pay a lot because high quality cooks with a consistency are not available.
Right.
So the value proposition is there. I think the approach is very important. Whether this will be a local cottage industry or is it something that's hugely scalable.
Right.
So here's my 2 cents in which I don't think even Baba Job, though they're my friends, didn't approach it in this fashion, and they're catering to more BPO and retail employees and telecom employees. So fundamentally, the maids have to be willing to be responsible as professionals.
Right.
Okay, so it's a culture shift. So you can't expect pay scales to keep going up to 10,000, 12,000, 15,000, 20,000, and then they still behave like the Bai of 20 years ago, which is unfortunately the truth, right? So you're onto a great thing, but you need to templatize how I will evaluate a maid. What is she trained on? What are, and then the ability to rate them perpetually. So I do not want, like a CV, I do not want a break in the career graph.
Of course.
I need employer ratings. I need what they're good at. I need to be told whether they're good in cooking, whether they're good in taking care of kids, etc. Then I'll pay 30,000 bucks, right?
Yeah.
But without any of that, it's just one more of these. There are a lot of maid service agencies all across the country, right? But they do a terrible job. They just dump some maid who's come on a train from Ranchi or Guwahati on you and say she needs a job, right? And they dump them on you. They leave in 2 months. They're not been accountable. So you're fighting a big social failed model, so to speak.
Yeah.
So there's enormous potential, but you got to start with the right framework. That's my approach, my feedback for you.
Yeah, thank you for the feedback. To answer your question, I am in touch with a lot of NGOs, and I've been going to the slums and asking these maids as to, what is it that they really want to do. For me to open a company is very easy, but I have to understand their, feelings and what they really want to do as well. And like you said, that we have to have, the professional maids who can cook and all these things. But at the same time, my idea is to try to change the mindset of, the consumer as well. Like, for example, we treat maid as, like, ज़्यादा सर पे मत चढ़ाओ is what we've been hearing from everybody. So my request, in fact, from all of you to actually, reward and recognize your maids rather than, just, giving them few extra money, because this is what they really, really want. And if we do it, I'm sure there is a lot of homework involved in it, but if we change our mindsets also, then I think we can crack the deal there.
So I think you're right that it's an attitudinal shift, but it's an attitudinal shift from both sides.
Yes.
Part of the reason why there are maids or drivers or household help is not given the kinds of benefits that you would get. If the same driver, for example, was working in a company doing the same hours, is because the approach is not professional from both sides. From the employer's side as well as from the employee's side, and that's been also the failure of these maid placement agencies, that they place a maid and then there's no accountability at the end of it. So how do you create that shift in attitude from both sides? Has to start from from one side, and what kinds of incentives and formal structures do you put in place that help the household help to meet? I mean, for example, let's say they don't turn up one day, and you don't have any intimation. You can't do anything. You're helpless, and that's what creates the unprofessional behavior from the consumer side. So how do you ensure that doesn't happen, right? What can you change in the maids or cooks or drivers' behavior that they feel more responsible and take this more professionally? So those are, they're unsolved challenges as far as I can say. It's very hard to do that at scale. It's possible to do that, with 10 people, 20 people, etc., with lots of mentoring and attitudinal shift and behavioral change, but very hard to do at scale. One other, just input that you might want to look at, like Baba Job is a good example in this space, and see what you can learn from their evolution, is also to look at an organization called LaborNet, which is less, I think, focused on domestic help, more on the unorganized labor industry in other sectors, but they might also have some solutions or some offerings for the domestic sector. So that might be some inputs that could help you.
Sure. Thanks.
Yeah, I would be reiterating the same comments. I think they've already covered it, but it really does boil down to professionalism and accountability. Especially because, like you said, you want to provide all these additional services to the maids. You want them to have health insurance. You want them to have all these other benefits as well, which means you'll be charging a premium. So let's say if I'm paying my maid $5,000 right now, you would be, maybe if I go through you, I pay them $10,000. So then you, to me, you would have to ensure that for those additional $5,000, you're providing me enough value that I would be willing to go, get a maid through you. So that is really the key thing.
Yes. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much.